let's try conversing. Clear your throat and speak politely. Good morning, troll. The troll slowly opens its horrifying eyes and turns to you.
Quer? Quath?
Is that who? What? Must be some, like, Nordic language, I suppose. Definitely Germanic. I'd wager.
Quar?
You see a rage building. Let him know you're here to kill him in a polite way. Nice day for arrest by a pillar, eh? The troll looks at you like he can't believe his eyes. Not good. Possibly.
A cleric? Oh, I've waited so long.
He roars. Your bones are loose sludge.
Long to crush one of his little soldiers.
Oh. Well, yeah, he really wants to kill you. Shit. Okay, let's roll initiative. If we die, we're gonna try to sneak up. That's 11, that's not great. Okay, he's worse. That's all good then. Your goblin companion is already acting. He loads a stone into his sling and shoots it, already breathing heavily. He's afraid. It crunches into the troll's kneecap, blowing the skin off and causing him to waver. You stand tall in front of the troll. Molehill, defying the mountain. Act now. Astonishingly foolish. You cannot defeat a troll with brute force alone. Sorcery was invented for moments like these. Your flesh is shaking. We could try charisma. Try to calm him down. Okay, we can try that. Well, you look up at the troll and step back with your hands up in peace. But you trip, fall, and smack your head on the ground.
You have awoken, King Gorgalash. Quake, wretch, for your doom is come.
He pulls back a giant leg, then kicks it forward with another roar. 11, that's painful. Nails piercing, like a wave of spears. You try your best to shake off the impact, but damn. This fight is heating up. Focus, focus. Attack its eyes. Snell tosses his hair out of his eyes and looks up at Gorgalash's face. With sweat flying off his brow and his lightning-fast sling, the goblin fires a shot at the troll's face. It hits his left eye with a loud smack. There we go, direct hit. The troll roars in pain and anger. Non-violence is going to be difficult now. Yes! Focus, consider your best options. You're right. You're right in the death zone. Get around him. Okay, first of all, cure wounds. Run around him, reposition. Being shot in the face make this more likely? I would need to roll a 10. For this I would only need to roll an 8. Natural 20, okay. You lower yourself into a squat, then suddenly break into a full sprint around the troll. He wobbles, trying to keep you in his eye line, but he's surprised, and you're moving fast. You work your way around him, and now he's surrounded. The troll leans forward, hate in his eyes. He swipes at you with jagged claws at a manic pace, belying his size. 2d10, ouch. It tears your flesh into bloody stripes.
Blood is drawn. I will mangle your corpse, filthy cleric.
Possible paths are closing off in this fight. Soon it'll be all or nothing. The goblin sits at a safe distance and launches another stone at the troll. It smacks him in the face this time, just to the side of his other eye.
You insolent pests!
It's time, commit to something, grab him. Yes, you need to commit, but to an actual plan. Figure it out now. You know the solution already. Bullies are cowards, and trolls are no exception. His fear of your god is his one defining feature. The thing that chased him in the darkness down here for decades. Okay, first of all, cure wounds, grapple his leg, intelligence, calculate a way, anyway, for you to win this. This is not going to work. Need to roll an 8, I need to roll a 9 for this. I'll try strength. Okay, that's good enough. Oh yeah, and a friendly local druid pays off as well. Trolls are strong, but so are you. You plant your feet near the troll's bracken trunk of a leg and grab it. He moves and thrashes as you do, but you've got a solid hold. You have control of one of his limbs. This is almost over. The troll reaches toward you with one hand. It feels like a slow attack. You step to the side, but... Master, look up! You notice too late the beast moving forward. His foot is coming at you, fast as a missile. Oh no. It comes down on you like a hammer on an anvil. You cannot resist this force. Try not to be flattened. The rough underside crushes your entire being in an instant. You cannot do anything. It is an impossible weight. And you get crushed against the ancient stone. I failed? Again, yes. Another sacrifice for the pavement, or the gravel road, 30 feet down the lane. Blood pooling into the gutters, people forming a crowd all around. A spectacle of human achievement, a fight against the most fearsome beast of Ascani. Ended in an instant. You saw when it happened, when the troll awoke from mud and stone, when its claws clashed against the thatched roof of the neighboring hovel. Father was not the first to grab a pike. He was not the last. He was one of the many brave men. I remember the sound. Which one? All of it. You were right there for it. You were there for it all. The sight etched onto the inside of your eyelids. The sight of humanity being snuffed out by those wretched creatures, each deserving of complete annihilation, on the gravel road 30 feet down the lane. Mother did not speak with you about it, not once. I never asked. You never asked. That is what a man does. He grabs a pike and goes to face the roaring troll. He gets his bones embedded into the pavement. Over and over and over again. Until the heavens open up to the earth and the hells spill their guts on your doorstep. Until the last man takes his last breath on the last day of existence. Until you die, you will pick up the pike. Jolt awake. Mangled, bruised, dying. I'm back. Get up. You live? Bones cracking and soul returned. Yes, you live. The troll lets out a cackling laughter.
I crush you, yet you stand. Cockroach!
How are you alive? Snell yells, loading another bullet. Never mind, just keep fighting. This is when it ends. Despite being visibly panicked and tired, the goblin whips another stone at the troll's head. It cracks him right above the eye. Your companion is on fire. Hells yes, Snell. The goblin gives you a curt nod. This is it. This is everything. This is a time for divinity. Call on earth. Remember the chance. Okay, first of all, not like we can really counter heal like the troll's damage, but still it feels better. Channel Earth sounds incredibly difficult. I need a critical success. This would require an 8, and this a 4. Push him towards the cliff. There we go, that works. Plus friendly local druid. Everything comes into focus as you shift your body forward. You use it effortlessly, executing a perfect, powerful shove on the troll's leg. Despite his size, The sudden strong shove makes him windmill his arms to regain balance. Big leader Gorgalash. He lunges forward.
No! No!
Now's your chance.
Don't let him get away.
Focus and a steady mind. It is time to take this evil down. Rush up behind the troll.
I am the king of Ascani. I am...
Now is your moment. Your god is watching. Every god is watching. Strike down the beast. Finish what Earth started. Tackle him. Goodbye. I don't really like leaning into Earth all that much, but you hear his roar fade into the rushing water below. With that, it's over. Troll killer. Defeat big leader Gorgalash.
You think he's dead?
Big leader Gorgalash has fallen down to the gravity flip. Oh, do we have a level of exhaustion now? That means the troll has a 1 in 20 chance of survival.
Let's hope.
Take a step back from the edge. A shaky breath leaves your chest.
I can't believe it. That wasn't just a regular troll either, was it?
On the ground, just off the edge of the chasm, you see the only proof left behind by the beast. A tooth. It's called a tusk, actually.
A troll king.
Grab the tusk.
I'm just happy to be alive.
Snell puts away his sling. A good fight. I did well. You take any hits, Snell? I need to sleep for 27 years. You take any hits, Snell?
No, nothing. You tanked those hits all by your lonesome. Speaking of which, how are you holding up?
You took some pretty nasty blows. I'm okay. A cure wounds or two, and I'm always back to normal.
I know your healing magic's strong, but still. Just let me know if you need another break.
We both deserve it after all. I think we're gonna finish up here, and then we're gonna go for a rest. Maybe a long rest even.
But for now, let's go check out that weird cage. Seems like someone inside.
Yeah, go check the cage. But first of all, a few snacks maybe? Oh, we have so many apples. Apple Boy is gonna, earn his name once more. Just apple it up. I think this is fine. I hope we're not gonna get into another fight here. That would be troublesome. The troll's most expensive piece of loot. Potion of healing. Bottle of milk. +1 strength, -5 constitution. Dream patch.
Bone dust. Beautiful.
Okay. There is the interactable spot on the thing. But first, let's... the cage. You can open it. You approach the cage. You hear a faint voice inside. Frank, son of Frank. Won't you help me out here, good fellow? On the ground you see a key. Hey, troll dropped it. It's for the cage, of course. Yes, it must have fallen off the troll during the fight. You can probably ask for some type of reward in a scenario like this. What do you know about the tea shop? Look, I'll be very happy to answer any questions you got, but please. You hear him banging on the bars. I'll be much more talkative with my freedoms in order. Okay, fine. As it opens, you watch a well-dressed and surprisingly not so scuffed man step out. Oh, yes. This is the feeling. Freedom. The sweetest nectar of any band. Yeah, this guy. He's got style written all over him. This must be Frank, son of Frank. And you are? The fancy freestrider flashes you a series of pearly white teeth. Allow me to properly introduce myself. He bows deeply. Hola, hey son, salve amice. Chesk, hallo, and greetings. He bows forward in a deep performative motion. My name is Meriadoc Moonwatch, great merchant prince of reeds.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, and quite honestly a much bigger pleasure to be rescued by you. He looks to the goblin and immediately holds out a hand, presenting his palm. You must be a local tribal member. Great to meet you. He looks at the hand for a beat too long. Technically, yes. He shakes the human's hand. I'm Snell. Ha! Snell knows that's not a handshake. Love it. Ah, of course, Meriadoc says, returning a limp shake. Showing one's palm is quite the ironic visual for such a wealth-focused ideology. A prince? Merchant prince. It's a plutocratic thing. So a money thing? More or less. I'm the cleric. My name is Ran. I'm a government employee. I'm a roguish delver currently, the sneaky kind. I'm a great wizard. I'm the druid of Norwich, great primal magic caster, and so on. I'm the cleric. The cleric? That's right. I'll be damned. The one and only, eh? Love it. He claps his hands together. You, my good fellow, have just saved a top-ranking member of the Free Strider Revolution. So now let us get down to business. What can a son of Free Thazan help you with? Anything you need. Ooh. Why are you here? Great question. I am on a covert expedition, you see. Lean in and whisper, covert? Yes! I am on a journey to document the experience of the esoteric wonders beneath your city of Norwich. Meaning the maze of the water temple, the depth of the fungal valley, and of course the great undercoast path itself. Oh, why here? You don't have stuff like that in Reeds? How long have you been here then? You don't have stuff like that in Reeds? Of course we do, but I've already documented most of it. I am currently writing my next book called A Free Strider's Guide to Asken. But writing a travel book about a place you've never even visited sounds a bit silly, doesn't it? He laughs. It's quite the thing, this job of mine. Yes. What? I'm sorry, I'm just nervous. You're a celebrity, you know? Sure, okay, anyway. I used my trusty collection of spells to make my way down. Some invisibility, some detect magic, some charm person. Following the directions I bought from an old retired cleric, a recommended source, I found the hidden path down from the Tolstad tunnels. Easy trip, surprised me really. You know a fair amount of spells. He stretches a bit, looking uncomfortable. It's not something I like to advertise, but yes, I've been trained since I was a lad. As you might imagine, the horrors of Majocracy... Again, sorry about the pronunciation. My pronunciation of that word is anything but consistent. The horrors of Majocracy... I think Majocracy sounds the most reasonable. Majocracy make magic a less than desirable skill among free city leaders of all kind. Who did you cast Charm Person on? A bugbear named Moongore. Lovely lady, but she more or less forced my hand. Tell me about this old retired cleric. Of course, a fellow named Boris. He lives with a monkey. What? A gorilla, to be precise. Ape, I suppose. His roommate. I mean, to be fair, apes are kind of like a subcategory of monkeys, so calling a gorilla a monkey isn't wrong, just unspecific. I'm not entirely sure why I mention it, but it just seems like the most natural point of interest about Boris's character. I was recommended to him as a source of information about delving and Norvikian navigation. He's apparently served as a cleric here for over 40 years. Hells of a career. I'll have to meet with him someday. For sure. He lives near the, what do you call it? The big facility built into the ancient ruins to the south of here, the Palace District. That's the one. I'm sure he'd love to talk to you as well. He looks away for a moment. Boris, yes, a lovely fellow. Probably one of the retired clerics doing side work for the pest control guild. It pays. But man, you gotta meet this guy someday. Like a monkey roommate? What the hell? And then the troll. He groans and rubs his eyes. I really should have been more careful, but once I reached this far down, I figured there wouldn't be any trouble if I just rested a bit under one of the mushrooms. Mostly to regain my spell slots. And, well, there's not much to say. I was thrown into a cage, interrogated a bit by that brutish troll. I spent my remaining spell slots on him, but nothing seemed to work. Yeah, he did seem quite esoterically resistant. Indeed. Not entirely, of course, but every charm person I cast just bounced off. Because he's not humanoid? At first I thought it was due to his nature. Obviously charm person works on direct humanoid, only works on direct humanoids. However, trolls are distinctly a giant variety. They even speak a broken offshoot of the giant tongue. So I'm quite confused over it. Considering the esoteric freezing around the beast, I'm sure there was some strange pocket or biome effect he carried with him. Quite strange. Did you manage to talk with the troll? Sure. If by talk you mean him screaming at me and threatening to eat me for a fair bit of time. Lovely experience. It'll go straight in the book. The last vestige of Ascani's brutish past. Yes, that'll work. So no useful information? Well, the brute did mention how much he hated Earth. Sounded like he was one of the few who survived your dear god's cleansing during the city's founding. He also spoke about rebuilding the tribe, but I'm not sure what that even means. So good riddance, I say. Such a beast has no place in civilized society. Compared to the half-giants of Vergeni, I do not see much potential in trolls. He glances towards your goblin companion. Goblins, for example, are more or less stellar examples of this democratization of tribal cultures, if you pardon the expression. Snell looks tired. Happy to be a stellar example for you and your ideology. Either way, he's gone now. Hopefully. The way he fell down into the deeper reaches of the gravity flip should suggest a gruesome death. But don't take anything like that for granted. What makes these parts so wondrous and horrific both is the esoterically unstable nature of these strings. You never know what you'll get. Okay. What do you know about the tea shop explosion? His smile drops. I suppose I should tell you a little story. Yeah, we've been looking for you, Mr. Frankson. He nods to the goblin. I hope I can keep this under wraps, of course, but as you might have imagined already, I am down here without any permit. I don't care, just tell us what you know. He braces himself. I arrived in the morning and planned on taking a stroll down Tolstad before heading down. My presence was a bit of bad timing, really. A week before the election and a son of Free Thazan arrives on the scene? That could cause a bit of havoc. And since our dear Ascani Reed's trade company was doing so very well in this election, I did not want to steal any limelight. But then, of course, fate intervenes, and just when I find myself before the Ascani pillar, a darn fireball goes off next to me. Just my luck. So once the ringing had stopped, and some goblins started swarming the place, trying to put out the flames, I decided quite quickly that this could end poorly for both my timetable and the poor people who had to deal with this mess. Right, do continue. I rushed down the stairs, since I already had my direction. I figured I'd postpone the upstairs sightseeing. Head straight down into the below, as you people say. Stumble upon anything on the way? The Free Strider gives you a solemn frown. I saw something. You see, I have a pair of glasses. They allow me to detect magic, among other things. Where are the glasses? Lost, sadly. The trolls shook me around, so they've ended up somewhere down the river, I presume. What did you see? I saw a man on fire. What? Specifically, I saw the outline of a man, invisible. An invisible man? Perhaps I should describe it more like a... He scratches his chin, then perks up. Ah, yes! An invisible smoking man. My glasses allowed me to see him, or at least the faint outline of his esoteric illusion. Where did you see this? I had just entered the... what is it called? The area right below? With all the apartments and the big ravine? Pillar crossing. You saw this invisible man at the pillar crossing? Yes, that's it. I saw him heading across the bridge, or rather, towards the pillar. At what time did you see this? It couldn't have been more than minutes after the explosion. How many seconds does it take to walk from the pillar upstairs to the pillar downstairs? 60 seconds tops. Then perhaps that. I was rushing to get away from the drama after all. Could you see any other details about the man? It was clear that it was a man. He was on fire, and he was probably wearing some type of armor. The silhouette made that fairly obvious. A human, I would guess, too tall for a dwarf, too short for a, I don't know, half-giant, but really a humanoid slightly taller than either of us. I'm sure you're experienced with detect magic, but my glasses are not as powerful as that spell usually allows. So sadly, all I could see was that silhouette. What did the man do? That's the question worth 1,000,000 tens, eh? Tell me. Mariodoc takes a deep breath. He went inside the pillar. Inside the pillar, he says. The pillar of jaw. Elaborate. I agree, that seems reasonable to do. It's strange, but let's be clear. I first thought I saw a strange esoteric event, or a ghost. Because this silhouette I saw, it went straight into the pillar of jaw, right in, as if it walked into the stone, and the stone turned into... how do I describe it? A magical mass? Warping around the invisible man, his flames being put out and his being merging into it. A gate. You sure it wasn't a ghost then? I've seen ghosts, good fellow. This was no ghost. It was an invisible, very real man. Wherever he went, once he was inside the pillar, his presence disappeared. Immediately, along with that esoteric force emanating from the stone. I've never seen anything like it, but I have read about it. The pillars of jaw across the coast. The arcanists performed many an experiment on them. There have been reports found in hidden documents during the rebuilding of Thazan. You see, documents from high-ranking arcanists. This is all kept very secret among the Free Strider ranks, of course. Please tell me. I can tell you one thing about it, perhaps. Find a logical argument as to why he should tell you everything. Unfortunate. No. There is no argument to be found. Just let him speak. He raises his chin. You see! Then he places his hand upon the pillar beside him. They found cracks in the gates. The gates of jaw, leading to the outside. The place we all came from. Look up at the pillar. Teams of arcanists, back when they still wielded 9th, 10th, and even 11th level spells, they could enter into the pillar just for short stints. Many did not return, but those who did described a void of souls, alien worlds beyond, far realm aberrations, and paths within strings, whatever that means. Their work was cut short due to the Coast War, but they got in. My good fellow? And the invisible flaming man? He nods. I believe that invisible man, who most likely fled directly from the explosion, he too entered one of those cracks in the ancient gate, as unlikely and wondrous as that seems. Huh. How would you even deal with that? Like, do we follow him through the crack? Yes, Snell, we must follow him through the crack, glare at the pillar. Mariodoc chuckles. A nervous chuckle. Gate of jaw added. Good luck with that, I say. But unless you happen to know some ancient being or god, or gods forbid still alive arcanist, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Well,
Visken is a lich. He might be powerful.
we found no realistic way to replicate their attempts to enter the pillar. It's not like higher tier spells are exactly common, eh? Could a Sphinx count as an ancient being? Oh, you speak of the Gyno Sphinx upstairs. She's quite the celebrity. Hells, if you can get her on your side, then why not? I do know some Freestrider researchers attempted to get on the good side of a Sphinx in one of the layers near Tree Iv, but that didn't exactly end too well. What about a Lich? He squints at you. What about it? Just hypothetically. Yeah, sure. Look, liches come in all sizes. We had entire cities run by liches back in old Dimenor. Some of those arcanists who went inside the cracks and survived were liches. So yeah, if you happen to know a lich, sure. The lich might help you if they don't just consume your soul first. You are aware that they are quite literally life-sucking horrors, right? It doesn't sound like the lich I know, but sure. Seems a bit rude to call them that. I'll be careful. Good, and good luck, you'll need it. What about an insane demi-lich? I'd suggest staying away from one of those, but really, even if you had one as your best friend, it probably would not have the power to perform such magic. Yes, I'll find a way in. He bows his head. I am happy to be of service, looking very worried for your safety. Your goblin companion, who stands quite quiet next to you as you discuss these methods of interplanar travel, raises a hand. Just to be clear, we're talking about teleportation, like magical teleportation. What do you think? What do I think? Snell side-eyes the grinning Freestrider before leaning in with a scowl. Look, I'm speaking on behalf of Lady Sageleaf when I say this. He takes you aside a few steps away from Meriadoc. The halfways want this handled, no matter the obstacle. Why does Sageleaf really want this so bad? The goblin thinks about it, letting his eyes land upon the pillar. Then he tells you, if we don't get something tangible, like for example this rogue spellcaster, then the halfways will be in a real shitty situation. What, is Sageleaf losing power? No, she's got that in the bag. Economically speaking, the city is fucking us all the time. Sorry to break it, but your bosses don't really make it easy for us. My bosses? Yeah, they suck. Agree to agree. If the city manages to get their way on this whole fireplace failure narrative, along with all those damn zoning disputes, legally we're looking to get completely screwed. Lots of tenants that we have to house without any permits for the apartments they occupy. Hundreds of buildings across Tolstad, commerce, living space, even some governmental locales. Whoa. If we don't get something tangible, or at the very least some type of leverage on your dear magistrate Darrow, then... He lets out an exasperated sigh. I have to do anything I can to stop that from happening. The old lady puts her trust in me to handle it. And that's what you'll do, even if that means traveling into the beyond. Yes, even then. No matter what? No matter what. He gives you a determined frown. This could be very dangerous. No, I get it. His eyes speak of bravery in the face of an overwhelmingly new experience. I'm not taking this lightly, I promise. We have decided to go into the Pillar of Jaw. Oh, how lovely! I hope you survive. If you do, I'll be sure to write a piece about you. What are you voting in the election? Funny that you mentioned that. I did hear that anyone authorized to stay within the city is allowed to cast a vote, which is a wonderful policy, and the Ascani Reeds Trading Company has surely pushed for its implementation. However, as an outsider and one of significant political power, I will not partake. Okay, but what if you were to vote? I am not on a campaign trail here, but without giving any official backing, I will say the Free Strider Party here in Norvik have done a great job so far. That's all I'll say. So you really won't vote for them? He shrugs. It would simply be tasteless. This election of yours should be decided by those who call Norvik home. Whether they've been here for a week or a decade doesn't matter, but I do not call it home, so I will not vote. That's why I haven't made my presence known here in the city. I am here incognito. Allowing anyone to vote like that is an awful policy. It can and will be abused. That makes sense to me. The future of the world of free striders. The future is a world of free striders, after all. Free trade, global prosperity, and brotherhood. Peace across the coast. Make a heart sign. I don't care if you're not voting, you're useless. I don't really like any of the options here. I don't want to convince him to vote either. I don't want to agree with that. I guess. He lets out a big laugh. I like the spirit. Democracy only spreads with that kind of heart and gut. Keep it real, good fellow. Do you know an elf here on Tolstad? Not really, no. I have a few elven friends in Reeds, but I'm quite new here in Norvik. How come? Nothing you need to concern yourself about. How mysterious, but I won't pry, I swear. Is this the guy who dropped the yellow hat? Most likely, yes. I'll keep it. Okay, sure, why not? Tell me more about you. A dangerous thing to ask a merchant prince. Why, look around? No, I'm a jest, good fellow. I'm just someone who could very easily talk your ear off. He lets out a hearty laugh and strikes a pose. I've been known to bore officials in every city with my political rants and intrigue common folk around the coast with my tales. So go ahead. What do you want? What do you wish to know about Meriadoc Moonwatch? Don't speak of yourself in third person. It's pretentious. I don't do that much, do I? I don't do it that much, do I? You appear to have left an impression on the Free Strider. His micro-expressions show insecurity now. No, it's fine. Right. Okay. The thing is, I'm gonna have to edit this whole thing down, and I'm already nearing 3 hours. I'm gonna have to maybe cut this short and return later. He doesn't leave when I click out of here. Does he? Can I save? Cannot save in dialogue. Okay. That's all for now. Please stay here. Very well. I think I'll pick myself up here for a bit. I think that darn bastard troll tossed some of my belongings down the riverbed. Hopefully I'll be able to recover some of it, but either way, thank you again, good fellow. You've performed an amazing service for me and the entire revolution, if you believe some of my fans. He presents his palm to you. I owe you a great deal. If we ever cross paths again, I'll be sure to repay you. Yeah, don't shake it. So I won't see you here again? Oh, I believe I've seen far enough of this here Upper Hollow Ridge for half a lifetime, though I might continue this delve at some other time. Today I will make my way upstairs. I've got some business in the palace to take care of, and then election time. The Free Strider shows you his palms in an open gesture. Well then, if you need anything else, I'll still be here for a little bit. Okay, that's good. But good luck out there. And if I have time, let us speak again on election day. I'll be sure to hang around Tolstad when it's time. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop here because I have to edit this down. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.